Welcome, guys, to another episode of According to Sade. We're really excited. We're growing with leaps and bounds. And, depending on which podcast platform you listen to, we are probably there or will be there. So far, you can hear us on Spotify. You can hear us on Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Spreaker. So I'll keep you guys posted to just where you can find the podcast. But right now, thank you for joining us. We're going to hop right into things, guys. A little bit of housekeeping. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And here at the G.U.M Network, we want to bring to you guests who are working in the field, who are working on the ground, who are making impacts every single day and helping people change their lives for the better. And we're going to be talking with Melanie Nix. Melanie Nix is a breast cancer survivor, speaker, entrepreneur, and she's going to just share some things with us about her work in the field and some of the projects that she is doing right now. So super excited about that. And we also are going to be doing a show, a G.U.M Network show, which is In the Know with Walla Blagay. And Walla's going to be talking with people who do legislative work in the areas of domestic violence awareness. And she's going to share with us what's going on in particular in the Maryland area here in Prince George's County, but also around the country to find out how can people be helped, how can people reduce domestic violence. And we're looking forward to that as well. We have an upcoming event with a group called Elite Conversations, and we're excited about that as well. I love business. Guys, I'm telling you, if I had $1 for every business idea, I'd be a millionaire. But we have an event coming up with Elite Conversations, and I'm going to be part of the media row. And tonight we're actually doing a live streaming event from Overdue Recognition Art Gallery. So please, definitely, guys, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/G.U.M Network, where you will see the kickoff event from the Elite Conversations event that's coming up. So we're excited about that as well. Now, we're going to hop right into things, guys. Well, have you all heard that Uber and Lyft are offering free rides to the polls on Election Day? So there's no excuse. I just did a post on Facebook where here in Maryland, we have two options, right? For governor, we have Larry Hogan, who is the Republican incumbent, and then we have Democrat Ben Jealous. And I've talked with numerous of people who say they are uncomfortable with voting for Ben Jealous. They feel like, what's he about? And they've heard some of the unfortunate propaganda that he's somehow this democratic socialist. And people throw around these terms so often. Socialist. I mean, he's a governmental socialist. And I posed a question because, of course, the governor has the responsibility to nominate judges at the highest levels. Now, do you want a Larry Hogan judge, or do you want a Ben Jealous type of judge, right? So think about that. One of the things that the Republicans did so well, they stayed on code. Guys, listen, we got to stay on code on this one. If you have to go to the poll holding your nose, stay on code. I mean, this is a very, very crucial election. Now, first of all, we want you to vote regardless. I mean, obviously, black folk are not a monolith. Okay, you can tell that by the Hotep Wars. And we'll get into that on another show. Oh my gosh. The Hoteps, honey, are wrangled up. Oh my Lord. But clearly we are not a monolith. Everything from Kanye to the Black Hoteps on Twitter and all, we are clearly not a monolith. But when it comes to voting, and in particular presidential and even midterm elections, guys, if you have to hold your nose and vote down the line on this one, please do so. And remember, we should make our voices heard. So, time out for any political party taking our votes for granted. But there's some responsibility that we also need to do as well. Okay. First of all, vote, hold our elected officials accountable, and continue to make our voices heard. And if politicians are not listening and doing the will of the people, vote them out. We have that power. We have that choice. So by all means, please, guys, this midterm election is very, very crucial. And remember, judges, again, one of the things that the Republicans did, they stayed on code and they were able to get the judges in that they want. I mean, Trump has nominated and appointed judges all across that are ultra conservative. And as we know, with this latest Supreme Court Kavanaugh scuffle, we see that they are putting in place policies and judges that they want. They have stayed on code on this one. And meanwhile, the Democratic Party has been very fractured. We have all these different dissenting voices. And again, we should have a diverse thought. We should not all think the same. This is not about groupthink. But on these crucial elections, I mean, one of the things that we all know, what is it? That people divide and conquer. That's exactly what happened in this last presidential election. Which brings me to Elizabeth Warren. Did anybody hear that she put out her DNA results? Trump has been trolling her for the last few years, calling her Pocahontas, just quite frankly, just being trifling and beyond a provocateur. Anyway, so she's put out this ad, or put out a video where it talks about her Native American history and DNA and roots. So, hey, kudos to her. Many people are speculating that she is going to be running for president. Listen, anybody's better than Trump. But really, seriously, lots of people really love her. I don't know. I just feel like one of the unfortunate things about this last election and all of the kerfuffle around it is that it has sullied so many candidates. And I almost feel like there needs to be a new name, a new face, because it's so much baggage. And it's unfortunate because experience should matter. Experience should matter. But we'll see. We will definitely see. But remember, guys, get out there and vote. And if you ain't got no ride, listen, you better call a Uber or a Lyft, because they are offering free rides to the election polls this November. Super important. Moving on, guys, moving on. We're going to talk about kids and parenting. What are y'all's thoughts on electronic devices, candy, and food in the sanctuary? Guys, listen, I used to be the biggest judge of all characters. I see moms and dads coming up in the sanctuary with all kind of tablets and food. I look at them over there and I'd just be feeling all good about myself before I had kids, right? And needless to say, when, if I don't get my kids into Sunday school, I let them use my tablet, my phone, whatever I have, okay, so they can sit down and chill. Then I used to be, the kind of person, well, let me make sure they have the Bible app, the kids' Bible app, so they could just, we could look all like we're all, involved and all that. Yesterday, I didn't care what they played with. They were nice, quiet, and calm. I'm like, okay, Lord, do your thing. I know the word is going to trickle down in them regardless. So I think one had, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z or something, and Thomas the Train, and somebody had something else. It was fine with me. They were quiet. Not only were they quiet, but of course, we stood up and we participated in the praise and worship. And here at my local church, I mean, the worship experience is so powerful and impactful that, and I know that the kids really enjoy it. Needless to say, they did have electronic device. They didn't have food. There was some kids behind us, and I'm telling you, it was like an all-you-can-eat buffet back there. I mean, one little kid had some chips. Other kid had some candy. You know what? I was like, hey, do your thing. Do your thing. I wasn't mad at him. I'm like, hey, Mom, Dad, I see you. I'm praying for you. So it was fine with me. But I used to be so judgmental, guys, until I had my own. So what do y'all do? What do y'all think about that? Those of you all who have children, nieces or nephews, do y'all let them just, play whatever they want to play with in church? Do y'all give them food? Even though y'all know full well you're not supposed to bring food in the sanctuary. What do y'all do? I don't do the food thing, but certainly the electronic device thing. I do that. Are you all familiar with the whole Roseanne Barr issue where she called Valerie Jarrett basically a monkey and an ape? Well, the show, The Connors, which is the reboot of Roseanne Barr, is coming out. And so far, we're not sure if they're going to write her character off by death, or who knows, maybe Roseanne may have moved to Hawaii or somewhere. But they're really banking on the fact that the show will continue to be successful without her. I hope so. I mean, because just as a creative person, being on set, and there's so many people involved with production, everybody from the people in front of the camera to even the folks behind the camera, the production staff. I mean, so many people are affected by any given show. And it would be such a shame for those people to not be able to work, right? Because of the main person's, issues. And it was interesting that the network producers told her, listen, don't tweet during season 1. Don't do it. And what did she do? She did. And of course, got into some trouble. So we'll see how the Connors, how they do this season. It'll be interesting. I don't know if I'll watch. I just think that it's possibly some baggage. And who knows? But again, I hope that the folks over there, the actors, some of the behind the scene people, that they do all right. Okay. Because, they got to eat too. Guys, this is a little bit about motivation and inspiration and self-care. We always hear that Black don't crack, which may be the truth. But guys, Black women in particular, we may look good, but we're cracking on the inside. So let this be a time of where, we remember to go to the doctors, the dentist, get all of our annual tests done and all of that. Because yes, Black don't crack, but again, we are cracking on the inside. So that's really, really important, guys. Take care of yourself. Take some time to do things that you need to do, right? As we move forward in this year, this year's almost finished. We are almost at the end of 2018. So let this be a time where we are reflective and that we are taking care of ourselves and our loved ones. Guys, thank you all for spending a little time with me this morning, and look forward to, like I said, guys, as we're growing and expanding the show, please feel free to reach out for any questions, any show ideas. We'd love to hear from you. Go over and visit our website, www.thegumnetwork.com, where you'll see some of our other talent, our shows, our upcoming events. And going over to Facebook, go ahead and like our page, follow us on all social media platforms at G.U.M Network, literally like at G.U.M Network on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Guys, until next time, be prosperous, be happy, be reflective, guys. Take care of yourself. And, until next time, guys, I'll see you all on the flip side.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.